So, here is where I'm at. I've got a lot of rails put up here. These are all 2x3s. So the plan is we're gonna have, right now we're in the center and there's kind of a central walkway. So I wanted to maximize the height, ceiling height there, because I'm not doing a roof raise because reasons. So yesterday, this is Memorial Weekend, so today's Monday, I was playing around with how this whole thing might fit together. And I have some vent space there, or ducting space. Oh, excuse me. And so I actually built this corner first to kind of test it, and then built the rest of this out. I figured, let's make sure it works first and adjust anything. I've got space here for my ducting, so there's going to be, ducting that goes into here, and from here there'll be cutouts along the way. And I can't find any ducting that would really fit in here properly. I'm actually thinking about, I'll just put up another piece of this 3/8 inch ply. But I'm going to use some 3M spray adhesive and spray and cover it with tin foil. And that should give me a metal barrier. Now that might be a terrible idea, I don't know, but we're gonna roll with it and see how it works. But that should do ducting, that should get us air up front. And the side here, I think I have like a square foot of ducting space that I can work with. And I think that will be plenty because we're just going to do little circles here. So then I've got, you can see this piece of wood here. I did that to test. It's going to go, maybe I can pop this up. All right. So the plan is, this is going to end up being something like this with a little gap here. And there's going to be ambient lighting going out of this gap, and it's going to go up across the ceiling here. I think it'll look really nice. I've kind of been looking at airline interiors and trying to get some inspiration there. And then I've got plenty of space coming off of the wall here for blinds and stuff. So I was a little bit inspired by the Prevo. I think it's a Chiefs Prevo bus build. It's looking really nice. So that's where I'm at. I think I'm going to put in my other air unit, and then might start putting some of this up and see where we get. And the other reason that I really like this space here is I'm going to run all my wiring through here, or on either side. And I'll be able to easily, if I ever need to, pull off this panel without having to pull down the whole ceiling. Or if I need to get to a duct, I can pull down this panel or that panel or wherever. I don't have to rip apart the whole ceiling. So I was really trying to think in modular, and I want it to look good, not like a normal curved bus ceiling, but also be multi-purpose. So, and even here, right, I'll be able to cram a whole lot of extra insulation up in there. So I think we're going to get some more insulation value out of all of it as well. All right, another update here on where we're at. Oh, it feels like slow going, but there's a vent, or a duct. There's a duct. What is this? That is a, oh, man, we got it upside down. Whatever. It's a thing. Coleman's muck. Ducted air conditioner. Got that one there. It's Minnesota. It was actually earlier today. It was at 85, and over dinner it got it down to like 72. No problem. Now I'm using this as my 12-volt source just to test all this out. Got another one here. This is a Mach 3 Plus. I wanted to have two different sized units, just so that worst case scenario, if my inverter and everything can't power the big one, it'll be able to power this one, and I can swap them around. Or I might get in, who knows. And then I left enough room, can do another one. One of the other things I did recently here is I took out, this is a water tank that was here. It was a for the bathroom, so I took that out. Now we have all this room for closet or store or whatever. Our bed is going to go sideways in here, so I don't know exactly. That's probably gonna be more like cabinet space and stuff. But anyway, we had to save room because we're doing bunk beds on either side here for the kids. So we had to save some space somewhere. So I'm really excited. I'm gonna get to work and I am gonna flesh out the rest of the ceiling. I've got the pattern down, and I'm just gonna keep hitting it. Here's something interesting. How I'm keeping these panels up is I'm screwing here. You can see I got this other rib here I'm screwing to, and then I've got this one here. Let's see if I can get around. See how I routed that end out? What do they call it? A rabbit joint or something? And that's actually just free floating in there. But I did this so that, I plan on covering all these up and stuff, but if I ever needed to, without too much trouble, I can take all this stuff down. I can just take out this piece or just as I need. I don't have to like rip everything out. So, and then you can see I'm starting to run some wire here. All the wiring is going to go on either side, kind of in these little corridors that I made. So yeah, I'm excited. We're getting somewhere. I've been recording a lot more video, not editing it much, but let's do a quick update on where we're at on things, huh? So I got skin, or 2 windows removed and new skin up on that side. Same on the other side. Let's come in here. I got some blankets up to try and keep the heat out while I'm working on stuff. I've got framing built out through most of it, at least along the edges. Same here. You can see the start of how the ceiling will look. We've got a bunk bed up. Doesn't have a bottom bunk or really much else, but I've got everything cut out for the other one, but I want to get a little bit more done back there, which is something we're going to talk about next. But then here I have my this is kind of be where my utility panel is, and in the bay below here is the battery bank and all that stuff, an inverter, all that stuff. There's a light there. Another AC. I'm starting to really think I should probably add a third. It's getting a little hairy. It was 96 yesterday here in Minnesota, and that doesn't mean dry 96, that means humid 96. So, well, before we get to that, so this is from the back side here. Yeah, it's coming along. So, what I want to work on today is I want to get wood on this and everything, and just so we can start. I feel like then we can really start working on the inside once I get all the insulation covered up, or most of it. And I've been filling those panels with all that. And I will say it was really helpful to be working on this when it was so hot out, because this metal right here would get almost too hot to the touch. These windows would get super hot, which led us to, okay, we have got to do curtains and shades and everything. We've got to reduce light. I might even take out two more windows, but I really love the look of windows. For traveling and stuff, I think that's going to be nice, but we'll see. But that's what led me to building out another layer of framing. I was like, I have to have some more insulation here. So in some areas we're getting, a solid 2 inches of insulation here. We're getting more insulation up here. I'm gonna pack this with insulation here. We're really getting a lot